From Enlightened World Network, Dr. Ruth Anderson here to bring you Health in Your Hands, Mudra Therapy with Sharmee Divan. Sharmee, we're so pleased to have you back here for round 2 of Mudra Therapy, and you may just have the floor and teach us.
Yes, thank you so much, Ruth. Good morning, everyone, and good evening if you're in India. So last week we had just started to discover mudras, the world of mudras. What is this all about? What does mudra mean, etc. And we had learned about the Jnana Mudra, which was your index fingertip touching your thumb tip. So if you are someone who has just tuned into this show, please go back to EWN. They are on YouTube. They are on Facebook as well. Obviously, check out that video so that you can transition into this one. But a very quick review. When we do mudras, we are talking about touching our fingers in different ways, right? It is Hasta Mudra. Hasta means hands and Mudra means gesture or posture, okay? So very quickly to recap, your thumb is the fire element. So I've kind of labeled my fingers for this purpose. So F is for fire. So your thumb is the fire element. Your index finger is the air element, the element of air. Your middle finger is space or ether. Your ring finger is earth, and your pinky, your little finger, is water. Now, I don't know, I'm not quite sure if this is a gesture in America, but this is a gesture like, you know, to tell someone that you need to use the washroom, and very rightly so, because it's the water finger, okay? So it's a good way to remember that. So I hope that you guys got an opportunity to practice the Jnana Mudra the way that I asked you to, where you tape the inside or the outside of your finger and just fall asleep in this mudra. If you have benefited from it, if you've seen any changes or you've had the chance to practice this 40 minutes at any given point in time, do let me know, maybe in the comment section below, so that I have an idea of who are practicing the mudras. And if you have any questions to ask me, I'm happy to answer to the best of my ability. Today we come to our second mudra, which is working with the space, or Akash Mudra. So your tip of the thumb touching the tip of your middle finger, right? This is the mudra. It is known as the Akash Mudra. Akash, okay? Akash basically means sky, but it also means space, okay? So the space mudra, what is it used for? I have a whole list. So if you have, your notebooks, go ahead, write this down. If not, you can watch the recording. So this is used for elimination of metabolic waste. This is used when it comes to bloating. You tend to swell up easily. You have water retention. Women, especially during if they're PMSing, they're close to their period, they tend to bloat. It's a fantastic mudra for bloating. People who have thyroid, diabetes, everyone faces bloating at some point, had too much to drink, and the next day woke up swollen. Very, very good mudra for that. This is also a very good mudra for congestion of any sort, for headaches as well as for migraines. If you have frequent migraines and headaches, this is your mudra. But always remember, when you start mudra, it has to begin with Jnana Mudra, which is this one. And then you transition, because we're working with mudra therapy. So first the Jnana Mudra will always come into picture. And then this gets accompanied with the Gyan Mudra. And if you want to know how long you need to hold this one, it's about 15, maybe 20 minutes. Okay. Then it is also very, very good for angina. If you get the angina pain, you're a heart patient, it's very good. It is good to regulate your heartbeats. This is also a forgiveness mudra, because and think about this. You gave someone the finger and now you want to ask for forgiveness. You need to lower the finger down, right? So remember it like that. It's a mudra of letting go toxins in your body, or letting go of emotions that are not serving your highest purpose. This is a mudra for oneness and meditation. It is, like I shared earlier, a mudra for waste elimination. It is very good for your bones and your teeth. So anybody who has difficulty with the calcium absorption, this is a very good mudra for that. It is good for ear pain, for locked jaw as well. It is also a good mudra for somebody who is jet lagged, if you're facing jet lag. And also a good mudra for claustrophobia. Because think about it, it's space. You want to bring in the space, so that's why you get into the space mudra. If you think about the congestion, if you're clogged up anywhere, you want to increase the space. So wherever that you need to increase the space is where you would want to do the Akash Mudra. So today I want to also teach you one more mudra before we log off. Do we have the time, Ruth? Yeah, okay. So the third mudra that I want to teach you is this one, which is the Prithvi Mudra, where your ring finger touches, the tip of your ring finger touches the tip of your thumb. Prithvi Mudra. Prithvi means earth. Okay. So what is this used for? This is for strength and vitality. It is a very powerful mudra for somebody who is having issues of osteoporosis, fractures of any type, cartilage degeneration, joint pains. If you have fever, helps bring down the fever. For the body to cool down, if there is excessive heat in your body, there is excessive heat outside and you're feeling too hot, you can't take the heat, it's Prithvi Mudra. For dry skin, if you have dry flaking skin, Prithvi Mudra. For hair and nails, Prithvi Mudra for hair and nails. To heal cuts and wounds. For graying of the hair. I hope women are listening to me here. Helps, even if you have premature, mature, either ways. For graying of the hair, Prithvi Mudra is very, very good. For any kind of inflammation, any kind of itis, right? Tonsillitis, hepatitis, itis, anything that ends with itis. Itis is indicative of inflammation. That's where Prithvi Mudra comes in to calm the body down. It's very good for having good skin. Absorption of water-soluble vitamins. Okay. It's a mudra for healing insecurities. Hence the mudra for root chakra. This is related to the root chakra. Prithvi is earthly, needs are related to the root chakra, and hence the mudra for root chakra. Excellent for psoriasis and eczema, because drying of the skin, obviously. It helps you build your muscle mass. So if you have any kind of muscle degeneration. Prithvi Mudra is very, very good for that. And this is also a mudra because it is root chakra. Root chakra is also related to security. So this is for you to feel secure. Okay. Now, there is a mudra called the Apana Mudra, which is where you combine these two fingers with your thumb, and this becomes the Apana Mudra. And it is a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic mudra for any kind of elimination, process of elimination. So if you're facing, let's say, digestive issues, if your digestion is not very strong, do the Apana Mudra about 15 minutes after you've had your meal and hold it for about 10 to 15 minutes. For anybody who has constipation, this is very, very good to do. You have constant constipation issues. This is in Hinduism, we do something known as havans or rituals, and we light the sacred fire. And this is said to actually be your direct connection with the divine, these three fingers in the mudra. And we use these three fingers to put the herbs in the fire. And we chant mantras and we say swaha. Swaha basically means elimination. Okay, so this is Elimination Mudra. It is for those who have improper urination, people who have water imbalances, if you have UTIs, if you have prostate issues, if you have acidity, acid reflux, you have tummy ache due to indigestion, if you have hiccups and flatulence, if you have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, very, very good. Any kind of digestive issues will be taken care of when you practice the Apana Mudra regularly. But this has to be done minimum twice a day after your meals, about 10 to 15 minutes after your meals, twice a day for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, I'll repeat. You do it twice a day after each of your meals. So after your lunch and after your dinner or after your breakfast, whatever your heaviest two meals are of the day, you do it twice a day for about 10 to 15 minutes, but post at least 10 minutes after you had your meal. Okay. Always, once again, followed by the Jnana Mudra. So you do the Jnana Mudra earlier, you do it later, but make sure the Jnana Mudra is always a part of the Mudra therapy. You also will benefit with the Apana Mudra if you have diabetes. And a lot of people all across the world are facing an epidemic, a pandemic of diabetes more than they are facing corona. So elimination, right? To eliminate excess of sugar. So diabetes is taken care of with this mudra. Do not stop any medication that you are on, please, even when you are practicing the mudra therapy. A result of this can be that, the doctor will start to bring down your dosage of medication slowly, gradually. But you cannot stop the medication because it's a very gentle therapy, okay? And this is this cannot be done by pregnant women because this is for elimination. So do not do this if you're pregnant, but do this when you're getting ready to go into labor, okay? When the baby is ready to come out to go into Apana Mudra, great. But if you're pregnant, do not do this, okay? Especially with all the crazy laws of America, please do not do this. I am saying this very publicly, but be careful. If you're pregnant, do not do it, okay? And make sure that you have consulted a proper mudra therapist like me, like anybody you have in your vicinity, to then decide what the right mudra sequence is there for you. So yeah, this is it for today. I hope that this has been another good educational session for you guys. And if you have any questions, I will log into the Enlightened World Network page and take a look at your questions. Go ahead and ask them to me, and I'll be happy to respond. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Sharmee, thank you. This is so intriguing to me. So I do have a question. The first mudra that you showed us.
The Jnana Mudra.
Say that again.
Jnana.
Jnana. Okay.
Gyaan. Gyan. Gyan means knowledge.
Okay. I spelled it phonetically, which was wrong. So you have to do this one before you do the other ones. How long do you need to do this one for?
Before or after. So if you're taping your fingers in the night, you don't need to do it at all in the day. And I gave this shortcut because my mentor gave me this shortcut, and it's just easier to tape my fingers, go to bed. And like I shared last time, most of us, when we go to bed, we use the washroom and then we go to bed. And then if people do wake up to use the washroom again, it's at least after an hour of them sleeping, or maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. By then the Gyan Mudra work is over. So even if you remove the tapes and then use the washroom, you don't need to retape it. You can go right back to sleep after you use the washroom. Yeah, so it's convenient. You can do so it doesn't necessarily, to answer your question, has to be a sequence, but you have to make sure that the Gyan Mudra happens every single day. Whereas when we are talking about doing the Akash Mudra, the Prithvi Mudra, or the Apana Mudra, the Akash Prithvi, you can do it at different times of the day, but ideally the Apana Mudra, because it is for elimination, ideally it should be done after meals.
Okay, that makes sense. And so then my other question is, if I were doing this, where am I resting that in my lap, or?
Yeah, you can rest it in your lap, no problem. People who go on walks and runs, sometimes they will tape their fingers like this, and then they'll go on their walks and runs as well. So because of our modern daily lives, people don't have time. So here, as a mudra therapist, I will say that let me help you inculcate mudras as a part of your daily routine. So people who like watching their Netflix and all these things, which I do as well, just tape. If you feel like you can't hold the mudras, tape it. It's not going to harm you. Just keep an alarm of 10 to 15 minutes. So start with 10 minutes and then you can elongate it towards 15, but start with 10 minutes and then you can just time it and then release it. If you're okay to hold it, so in India, we use our hands a lot, but you guys don't necessarily use your hands. We even use our hands to eat, not silverware. So if you're not used to, getting into different gestures with your hands, it may be a little bit of a challenge. So just tape it. Just buy yourself one of those dressing tapes. Tape your fingers. You will get the hang of it, but it's something new, and something new is not necessarily comfortable. Usually it's uncomfortable. So you can do this and just tape it, time yourself, and release it. That's going to be the most convenient way when you're starting off, and then you kind of get into the routine of it.
All right, this is great. Thank you, Sharmee, so much. So Sharmee, if folks want to know more about you or follow your work, how do they find you?
They can reach me on my Instagram page, which is at Sharmee Divan, no space. So as you read it on the screen right here, that's the exact same spelling. That's my exact same Insta handle. So DM me on Instagram or on Facebook, and I will be happy to connect.
All right. Thank you so much, Sharmee. We're looking forward to future shows of Health in Your Hands, Mudra Therapy. And friends, thanks for joining us at Enlightened World Network. Take good care, and we'll see you soon.